So that worked out perfectly. The settings were all good, and so now I'm running Autotune. So I did that tune. The PIDs have gone down a little bit, maybe 20%, maybe a little bit less. So that's a little surprising. So I was expecting them to go up. What I'll do is I'll tune yaw now. That took a long time last time. Hopefully it'll be quicker now that I've sort of eliminated the notch noise. And once I've tuned yaw, I'm going to raise the filter settings, and hopefully that should then push the PIDs up higher. So I changed my plan slightly. So the tune looked good, the PIDs were up. I'd sort of recovered the PIDs I'd lost with once I'd done the yaw tune. So once I'd done yaw again and then did roll and pitch again, the PIDs looked good. So what I decided to do was just fly a little bit FPV just around in the circle to get the compass calibrated properly with motor compensation, because that sort of tends to affect attitude a little bit. I thought I'd do that on the sort of last bit of this set of batteries and configure that correctly before raising the filters and doing Autotune. So the interesting thing was that I went quite high when I was doing FPV, and you could see when I was coming down quite a lot of oscillation, and this will be because the motor frequency will have gone below the minimum ratio for the notch. So I'm shortly going to switch over to ESC telemetry, but that's one of the things you can avoid with the ESC telemetry is you can go sort of safely to much lower frequencies, and then you don't get these kind of low frequency oscillations. Okay, so I did the Magfit. My poor old laptop took forever to process the data. Probably could have chopped it down a little bit, but as you can see, just about. So this is running Magfit WMM. So I flew around roughly in a figure of 8, and you can see the top one is what it was before, the sort of Magfit, and then the bottom one is below, which is much better. I think both mags are on this, and I think I'm only using the top compass, because the other one is on the flight controller. Is just going to get too much interference. So the top one looks like it's a lot better. The bottom one actually looks like it's a lot better as well. So hopefully that should give me better setup. And I've got a new battery on. I'm now going to put up. So I'm going to make a couple of changes to the setup. So I'm going to set FM RAT, so that the min frequency ratio, it was set to 0.9 automatically. And the way I've got it set up with the FFT is that the ratio is the minimum FFT frequency to the hover frequency. So my hover frequency is 56 and my minimum FFT frequency is 50, and that's why FMRAT has come out at 0.9, which is not very low. So I'm going to drop that to maybe 0.7 so I can go a bit lower and avoid this sort of descending oscillation. And then I'm going to increase the gyro filters from 30 Hertz to 40 Hertz, and the D filters from 15 Hertz to 20 Hertz, so half the gyro filters. And then I'm going to rerun Autotune just on roll and pitch. Probably, I think yours pretty good now, and with any luck the PIDs will increase a chunk based on the higher filter settings. Now I didn't want to go higher on the filter settings until I had the notch set up correctly, because that's a good way of burning out motors. But I think now that the notch is set up and the compass is set up, I can increase the filter settings a bit. Okay, so I've done that tune, and that the PIDs went up a bit, maybe 5%, but I think probably I'm at the limit of what can be achieved with the throttle-based notch. You can see it's flying pretty well now, pretty stable, very little wind, little light wind there, but sort of fairly stable, but a little bit of disturbance.